News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter is live with the new details from prosecutors. Reagan.
Greg and Lori, District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler says based on the evidence, they believe Guilford shot both men because they were white. Now, Oklahoma.
And where is the mainstream media on this? Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like my channel, like my content, and you wish to support me, you can do so with the link in the description box below. Everything is appreciated. And let's talk about this. Now, I came across this story. This is came out, it was May 6th when this story broke. But unfortunately, it only broke on certain media platforms. And what has happened is that a homeless black man in Oklahoma shot and killed two white people that he had no connection to, had no knowledge of, simply because they were white. Now, there are two aspects that I want to talk about here in this. One, more importantly, is situational awareness, because both these people were caught unawares. If you watch my channel enough, I talk about that a lot. Pay attention to what is going on around you, who is around you, and why they are there. When you're at the gas station pumping gas in your car, get off your phone. Look around. What's going on there? It doesn't have to be to the level of paranoia, but you definitely should know your environment and who is in your orbit and why. Okay? Now, you saw a little bit of the clip there. I'm going to play some more of it, and then we're going to come back.
Tulsa County prosecutors charged the man accused of murdering two innocent victims in Tulsa. They've now charged him with a hate crime. Police say Carlton Guilford shot and killed London Hathcock at the Rudisill Library and then shot James McDaniel at a Quick Trip minutes later.
News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter is live with the new details from prosecutors. Reagan.
Greg and Lori, District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler says based on the evidence, they believe Guilford shot both men because they were white. Now, Oklahoma's hate crime is called malicious intimidation or harassment, which is a misdemeanor.
The information suggests that race played a role in it. I feel like that's something that we can prove and would be something that a judge or jury obviously needs to listen to. So we'll present that information along with everything else.
Guilford is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for killing Hathcock and McDaniel and 2 counts of shooting with intent to kill for shooting at 2 QT employees who were not hurt. Investigators say Guilford shot both men in the head from behind. They say Guilford continued to shoot McDaniel after he was already on the ground and even reloaded his gun and shot McDaniel in the head again. Guilford is being held without bond in the Tulsa County Jail, and prosecutors say that's needed in order to keep people safe.
Whenever you're talking about a dynamic where the safety of the public is at risk, in my mind, somebody who's killing somebody or doing harm towards somebody who they don't know, that really amps things up.
The prosecutors haven't released any details about why they believe this was a hate crime. That information will come out later during the court process. Live in Tulsa, Reagan Ledbetter, Oklahoma's own News on 6.
Heard that and you saw that. Once again, as you noticed there, when he went to the Quick Trip, I believe it was, gas station, he just walked up right behind the guy and just shot him in the head. Had no association with him, nothing. And if we're going to be fair, which unfortunately as a society from a social standpoint, we are not fair, that is a hate crime. He shot and killed those 2 people because they were white. That is a hate crime, and Oklahoma is going in the right direction with this. And another thing you should take note of is you hear a lot of these grifters, these race grifters, always saying that when the police come upon a black man who's committed a crime, they end up killing him. Well, we can clearly see that this man has been caught and he's very much alive. So that's a bunch of crap too. But the other aspect I want to talk about just real briefly and then come back into it because I want to go through this article real quick is the social aspect and the media. I think they're just as complicit in causing the division in this country. This story is only you can only find it in so many outlets, and none of them are mainstream. CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, so forth. Fox News has an article on it. That was a local TV station that you saw in the video. And if you go into Google, DuckDuck, whatever, and type in black man kills 2 people because they're white, the search results immediately show you Oklahoma police officers who have been charged for killing supposedly unarmed black men. There's something wrong with that. I'm gonna come into here. This is a Fox News article, and this is, like I said, there's 2 aspects I wanted to talk about. I'm talking about situational awareness, but I also want to talk about the double standards. Okay, black man charged with murdering 2 white strangers in Oklahoma because of their race. Suspect shot 2 men in the back of the head in what authorities are calling a hate crime. A black man has been charged with fatally shooting 2 white strangers in the back of the head in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as part of what authorities are calling a racially motivated hate crime. And I'm glad that they went that direction. I'm glad that they held him to this standard. Damn right. Carlton Guilford allegedly shot and killed 2 men to whom he did not have any connection on April 18th, according to the Tulsa Police Department. April 18th, and we are just breaking on this, May 6th. Think about this for a minute. Here's the social aspect of double standard. Imagine if a white man just shot and killed 2 black men that he had no connection with, shot him in the back of the head. Where would we be with this story? And it's really, and I know some people sitting there boo-hoo, whining and crying. You know what? Screw you. Straight up. If this had been reversed, we would hear about it, and they'll be screaming white supremacy, and the same usual race hustlers would be standing front and center saying, oh, a black man can't even pump gas without getting killed, which they always do. But police say Guilford, who according to jail records is homeless. He's homeless, but he still somehow managed to get access to a firearm. Went inside the Rudisill library around 9:40 a.m., walked up behind a man sitting at a desk and shot him in the back of the head. The victim, 35-year-old Lyndon Hathcock, was rushed to the hospital where he died. After the library shooting, police said Guilford went to a nearby Quick Trip convenience store and shot 55-year-old James McDaniel in the back of the head. When the victim fell to the ground, the suspect shot him again. McDaniel died at the scene. Police said that surveillance video showed Guilford had fired shots at a security guard and another person outside the Quick Trip. When officers arrived, Guilford was standing outside the store and admitted that he shot 2 people, according to the department. Guilford was arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of shooting with intent to kill, and 1 count of malicious intimidation or harassment. The latter charge is Oklahoma's version of a hate crime. Under Oklahoma law, there is no specific hate crime statute, but malicious intimidation or harassment includes targeting someone based on their race. According to the Tulsa County District Attorney Steve Kunzwiller, the evidence suggests Guilford, who is black, shot both men because they were white. The prosecutor didn't elaborate. Quote, the information suggests that race played a role in it, said Kunzwiller, according to a local CBS affiliate, KOTV. I feel like that is something we can prove and is something that a judge or jury obviously needs to listen to. So we will present that information along with everything else. Jail records show Guilford is due in court June 23rd. He's currently being held without bond, according to prosecutors, for the safety of the public. Oh, no kidding. Quote, whenever you're talking about the dynamic where the public of the safety of the public is at risk, in my mind, somebody who is killing somebody or doing harm to somebody towards somebody who they don't know, that really amps things up, says Kunzweiler. Okay, so let's go ahead and come out of here. So like I was saying, I'm coming from 2 aspects here. I'm coming from the aspect of situational awareness. He shot these 2 people. He came up behind them. They were unawares. He shot them in the back of the head. Pay attention to your environment. You don't have to be a gun owner to do this. Pay attention to your environment. In a store, outside the store, at anywhere. Know who's around you. Why are they there? And 2, it's shocking that this story is literally being delegated to local news. Local news. Nobody's going to talk about it. Biden ain't going to talk about it. Kamala's not going to rush down to Oklahoma. It's not going to happen. That is just disgraceful. It's disgraceful. These 2 men lost their lives because they were white. That is just as disgusting and idiotic and pathetic as if it was reversed all the way around. But if it was reversed, we would be hearing about it. And you can't say we wouldn't. We would be hearing about it, because I'm going to lead this into another story I'm going to do. If maybe it's going to come out tomorrow, where we just had the incident in Texas. And once again, it shows a double standard and a disconnect from what is happening in our society. And it's just horrific, because the only answer these people have is gun control. Well, this guy's a homeless guy who somehow got access to a gun. And now we have no details on how he did it. I'm going to roll the dice and say, I doubt he went into a gun store and purchased it. That's just my opinion. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.